happened. The wind hit and they were like, oh my God, I take hot shower, can't do a lukewarm shower. And I know I'm not by myself. Thanks for tuning into my Reach Report. My name is Lisa, and listen, I'm truly just a girl with no time, trying to make time for makeup, fashion, and beauty, and it is my overall hope and goal to inspire you to do the same. Now, what I have coined to be my Reach Report is also affectionately known as my favorites. So yes, this is a favorites video, a video of me sharing all of the things that I have been reaching for the last 2 to 3 months. Product's so good, I just had to share. And so without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the first item. First item being I want to say concealer so bad, and it is not a concealer. It is an SPF. And so this is the Ultraviolet Supreme Screen Sunscreen. This comes in an SPF of 50. Wears beautifully under makeup. It does not leave a white cast. And what I love most about this sunscreen is that not only does it serve and protect as a sunscreen with an SPF of 50, but it also doubles as a primer. Doubles as a primer, y'all, and a very good one. I love the conveniency of this because I have been able to take out a step, or really technically like combine a step. So no longer, occasionally I do it when I just want to reach for something that I want to use, but for the most part, when I do add my moisturizer, I have to wait a little bit to add my For the most part, when I add my moisturizer, I have to wait a little bit to add my sunscreen, and then I have to wait a little bit to add my primer. So no longer am I like waiting a little bit to add my primer. So the primer comes along with the sunscreen, so it protects and it helps to prep the skin for makeup application, and it goes beautifully under makeup. It does come in 2 different ones. This right here is like a bouncy hydration one. So if you're wearing a foundation that's more skin-like, you'll want to wear this, but it does also come in one that is more like matte-like. I have less like matte types of foundations, so of course I didn't try that one, but super happy that I went with the salesperson's recommendation in Sephora that day. This is an Australian brand. Listen, these Korean and these Australian brands, like, they are killing it. Not only like can you wear this under makeup, but you can wear it by itself too. So the next item I have been reaching for a lot lately is this One Size Turn Up the Base Full Beat liquid foundation. The color that I wear is the deepest 45 neutral. So this is for one that has deep skin and a neutral undertone. However, now while this is for someone who has deep skin and a neutral undertone, I feel like my complexion is more like a neutral warm, which is one of the reasons why MAC Studio Fix Fluid in the color like NW58 is like one of my like the perfect matches for me. This is for a true neutral. Sometimes I feel like this gives me like too much of a neutral. So what I have been doing lately is, because I love this coverage, because it's a full beat coverage. You could tone it down by using other products, but it does go on matte. Not completely matte. I feel like more of like a natural matte, and it gives you like this filter like coverage. So I have been trying to like remain consistent with creating content, and so I've been wanting like my makeup to look snatched, and that is what this foundation does for me. Now, as of recently, I have been mixing it with a little bit. I mix it with, I'm a mixer these days. I've been mixing it with my Studio Fluid Fix Foundation in the NW58, because during the summer times, I usually take the NW58 and I mix it with the NW55 for that perfect like gradient match. And it creates like just more depth in my overall coverage. But I feel like this gives me like that filter I need, mixed with that warmth that the NW58 gives. And every now and then I will mix it up with I'm trying to think of the name of the foundation, and I'm going to have to pull it. I'm going to have to put it somewhere on this screen. But I feel like mixing those 3 have been giving like me the perfect payoff. But I have been reaching for this so much lately because of like that filter like beautiful coverage that it gives. If you have like any pictures or on camera time or anything that you'll be doing where you're recording, or if you're going to a wedding, I think this will be the perfect foundation for a wedding, since it is wedding season, like, and you want to look good in pictures. This right here is the foundation that you want to reach for, and I have certainly been reaching for it a whole lot. So another item that I have been reaching for a whole lot lately, I think this is definitely an item that you want to make sure that you have for the summer, and that is a setting spray. I know you're probably thinking that I'm gonna say like the one size Until Dawn setting spray, but I am not. It is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible 3-second setting mist. This right here has a 36. Not 16, not 18, not 24, baby. 36. Not that we're going to wear it for 36 hours, but shoot, honestly, some days be long. Some days are very long for me, and I need it for at least a good 18, 20, but this gives twice the hold time than the one size Until Dawn setting spray. Not that I don't love the one size Until Dawn setting spray. I do still love it. I will definitely purchase it. I do still reach for it. I think I have a little bit in the can left, but this has been what I have been reaching for. And I think I originally purchased this, but wasn't using it as much because I had the Until Dawn that, of course, I paid good money for. But I had that Until Dawn, and of course, I wanted to use that. And so this sat on the back burner for a while. Then I pulled it out, and it's really, truly have been doing its thing. Like, I really, really love it. I actually tried this with a foundation that I want to share in another video, but I'm gonna go ahead and like put the video that I recorded for this on the screen. But I tried it in the pool, and it did not move my foundation. And I feel like some people do consider this as a dupe for the one size, because it does have like that whole aerosol feel. I have some other things to do after this, so I went ahead and just sprayed it, child. Some people consider this as a dupe to the one size Until Dawn. I consider it to be like another substitute, because there are other setting sprays that give like that whole aerosol feel. Like, one size is not, wasn't like, it's not the only setting spray out there that does that. But I love this one because it is effective. It is under $20. I believe it is $12.99. You could probably find it for like $13.99 in some stores. You can find it conveniently at drugstores. You can find it at Walmart. Anywhere that sells like L'Oreal Paris, you can definitely find this. But really, really good setting spray that I've just been reaching for. Like, it's so good. So good. Now, to be quite transparent, the only thing that like really annoys me or bothers me about that setting spray is that it like truly smells like aerosol. It's the smell for me. It almost makes me feel like it isn't even really that safe. Not that we've heard, or not that I've heard anything about it not being safe, but it is the smell that like just makes me question it just a smidge bit. But it is really effective, affordable, and good. Like, 36 hours. Come on. Now, since we're on the subject of setting spray, the next setting spray that I have been loving, and I know I was previously mentioning one size, but it is the one size powder melt glass setting spray. This right here, I forget the hold time that it has, but I believe it's like a 16 to 18 hour hold time. And this right here is created to tone down any powdered heavy makeup looks. Instead of brushing off the excess of your setting powder, you're melting down the excess of your setting powder, creating this beautiful blended hydrated finish. So it gives you like just this glowy glass skin finish. I see one side said, you know, we want to play in the whole glass skin arena. We want to jump in the pool as well. And I feel like this gives notice, or this is something that is created for just the everyday girl in mind that doesn't necessarily want that whole like heavy, you know, makeup type of look. This is perfect for you. Now, if you are a combo oily girl, I do have combination skin, and every now and then, depending on the day, depending on the products that I'm using, I notice that it gives just a little bit more shine than I was asking for. Then these two together will resolve that issue. Also, in the prep of that, will resolve that issues. There are things that you can do prior to applying your foundation and your concealer and just your overall makeup that will help for you to avoid that as well. But I have been loving the way that it transforms like just my everyday makeup look, because sometimes your girl can get a little heavy-handed, child. I'm Haitian. These hands are a little heavy-handed. We get a little heavy-handed with food when we're serving people. And so sometimes I get a little heavy-handed with my powder and my makeup. But that helps to solve all of that. The next product that I have been using, and I don't know, I'm probably one of the last people to just be truly sold on like the Huda Beauty setting powders. Not that I've ever had an issue with Huda Beauty setting powders. I don't know. I just felt like I just fell in love with other setting powders first. And there was no really real reason for me to like mess with what wasn't broken, if that makes sense. I think the one that I had previously used was the Cherry Blossom setting powder, which I used for a while, and I felt like maybe it was just a little too ashy for me, especially like using it by itself. But she did come out with the Ube Birthday Cake Easy Bake, which has more of like a blue undertone. So it is technically some of like a purple pinkish setting powder that is supposed to like resolve the whole. This is supposed to be deep skin friendly, in my opinion. And maybe it just depends on you. I'm not one who loves a super bright under eye look, and so this isn't something that I wear by itself. This is something that I wear with my other setting powders. But I love the blur on this. The blur on this is sick. Sick, y'all. The blur on this is sick. And when worn with my setting powders, there's just like a certain highlight that it emphasizes like underneath the eye. You have to see it yourself. I am actually like, if I don't know if you could tell right now with my makeup look right now, but that is essentially like what I have been doing. I have been reaching for every day. I've been using my regular setting powder, and then I have been using that on top of the setting powder, and it just leaves the finish. What the girls do? This is what the girls are doing, right? Look, I be wanting to do this. The finish is tea. Perfect. Like beautiful, beautiful. So I've been reaching for this a whole lot. Oh, I finally put a dent in it. Yeah, definitely put a dent in that. And so since we're just like talking makeup, I'm going to go ahead and like continue on to makeup, because there's been like a lot of makeup products that I have been reaching for, because I feel like I have been making time lately to do my makeup, because the less you do it, a little rusty you get. Is it just me? Let me know down in the comments below, like when you go on a whole month with not really doing your makeup like that, do you get a little rusty? Let me know down in the comments below. Like, is it just me? I feel like it's something in the repetition, in the wrist movement. It's all like a memory, honestly. Since we're talking makeup, let's talk about an eyeshadow palette that I have been loving. Since we're talking makeup, let's talk about an eyeshadow palette that I have been loving. And child, it is this Natasha Denona Golden palette, which I bought during the wintertime. I don't know why I bought it during the wintertime. I think it was introduced during the wintertime. But this has like all of the warm neutrals, the browns, the shimmers, all of the warm, beautiful, pigmented eyeshadow colors that you could ever ask for. I feel like there are some warm palettes that go a little, I don't know, just be off. But this right here is hidden. It's hidden. It's her. And I love it because not only does it have like all of the warm bronzy, if you're like someone who love for like a perfect like bronzy color during the makeup, during the spring or during the summer months, then this closer look at this palette. But not only does it have like all of like the warm browns, but it has like a little bit of a like coral color that you can get in these two up top right here that I've been reaching for. Like I've been digging in a matter of a month. I guarantee those two little spaces are gonna be gone. One thing about me, like once I find a palette in a specific shade in that palette that I love, oh, I go in on it. Forget all of the other ones. Like I go in on that one color, and you can pull up any of my eyeshadow palettes, like the ones that I use, and you look in it and you'll see like, oh, that must have been that color that she liked. But really, really love that palette. That's something that I've been reaching for lately because probably of the summer months and just me trying to like break out of the cool tones. There was a point like during the winter season and early spring, like I was like cool tones, neutral cool tones had me in a chokehold. So to break that, I bust that out. Actually, I bust out another palette, but after I went in on like that one color in that Makeup by Mario Neutrals palette. It's the regular one that has the warm colors. After I bust that wide open and I couldn't find another color that I wanted to use like for an everyday look, I started like busting that one wide open. I'm gonna put on a screen which one specifically that is, because I know sometimes she sells them in like the trios, and maybe that'll work for somebody. Next item that I have been reaching for lately, I have had for a very, very long time, and child, whenever I put this on, like I get so mad that I've allowed this to sit down for so long, or just sit around period for so long. But it is this. Oh, child! I just had a brain moment. It is this. What is this called? This blush. It is like a watermelon red type of blush, and it is called Watermelon Bliss, but this is by House Labs. I believe they still sell this shade, just not necessarily like in this packaging. I think they changed the packaging a little bit, but it is what I'm wearing right now. Little goes a long way, so you got to be very careful. This is a highly pigmented blush. I honestly want to swatch. I feel like you can get the idea of how pigmented it is just by looking at my blush brush. I want to add it to my face, but I feel like what I have so far, like today, is like just beautiful. But you can see that, and that was just like a light tap. Very light tap. I feel like this is something that will just elevate any basic makeup look. Honestly, I feel like it's something that you can even wear without any makeup at all. But I've been wearing this every day to work, just to take a simple bronzer on the lids and a little like foundation type of look up a notch. I honestly haven't really been going to work like that with just foundation and bronzer, but you know what I mean. Like it takes something basic and it just elevates it and it makes it just look absolutely beautiful. So something I've been reaching for. I've had this for so long, and I know we all love a cream blush moment, but baby, I am a powdered blush girl. Like I just love a powdered blush. Love a powder blush. I'm not even gonna layer it. I'm not even gonna do that half the times. It's just gonna be powdered blush, period. Eyelashes. So the next thing I've been reaching for a whole lot are eyelashes. I've always loved Juvia's Place eyelashes, but to me they always gave like grand. They are grand. Those are like, most of them, I feel like they make They make them for like every girl, and that's what I love about that lash collection. But there was a point in time where I was like trying them and I couldn't really find the one for me until recently, and I have not been able to let her go. I think these are going to replace my Kiss Pret Porter lashes. Those are the ones that I typically wear because I feel like those are both like classic, simple, with a little bit of like a flair, maybe even. But outside of that, I did come across the Zaria Nubian lashes. These have like these are like a medium volume. I'm gonna try to, I don't know how I'm gonna put it somewhere on the screen, but you got to see how it looks. I'm gonna try to find a way to put it on the screen. But I love these so much that they had a sale for Juneteenth that I bought just a slew of them, because I'm not somebody who like rewears my lashes over and over again. I know there are people who clean them and wear them over and over again. Like, I really honestly don't have that type of time to be cleaning lashes. I just buy me another pair. Run me another pair. I'll just buy me another pair. We're going to go to hair, because these are products right here that I have like this product. I can't say these because it's one product in particular that I have like reintroduced, not only to just caring for my hair, but also caring for my daughter's hair. And I feel like our hair has been like flourishing, not me so much, because my hair has been in braids a whole lot. And child, we need to talk about that. We need to do a sit down and talk about that. But my hair has been in braids a whole lot lately. This right here that I have reintroduced is and this is something that I when I initially went natural, these are the products that I was using. This is the Giovanni Too Chic Ultra Moist Shampoo. This is the avocado and olive oil one. I love getting these from places like TJ Maxx and Marshall's because they come in the salon size. I think when I was taking out my locks, this is what I used as well, because it is really, really good, and you get a large quantity, a large amount. I think this is like 24 ounce, and I think it's only like $12.99. They do have other ones such as the Smoothest Silk, the Tea Tree one, but this is something that I wanted to use for both myself and my daughter, and so I didn't want to worry about the Tea Tree or anything that's like going to sting. And this right here is just with the avocado and the olive oil. It hydrates. It leaves the hair just super manageable, super soft. Now, the day that I was in Marshall's and I picked this up, typically I would pick up both the shampoo as well as the conditioner. They ain't had a conditioner. They didn't have the conditioner, and so I needed a conditioner because I was trying new things, and so I did, however, come across this. This is the Fenty hair child. They had Fenty up in Marshall's. Just right there. And they had more than one product. But they had Fenty hair, the rich one. This is a moisture repair conditioner. And this right here detangles, baby. Softens, baby, and it smells so good. I'm so impressed by this conditioner. Now I'm intrigued to try the entire line. But this right here is just hydrating. You can use it as an intensive conditioner. They do have an intensive conditioner, but I feel like it's that good, depending on like the softness of your hair, that you could potentially use it as an intensive conditioner as well. So this has been something that I have been reaching for over and over and over again for my daughter. I do have other products that I can use on her, but this has been working so well. She's been retaining length. Her hair has been growing. And yeah, I like it. Of course, I would like it. It's Riri. Now, originally I wanted to do like a sunscreen video, just do a sunscreen haul, because one thing about me, or one thing about my household, child, everybody always gonna look to you, look in your product stash. They're gonna tear things up. They're like, I already like I already leave things a mess myself. Like I don't need you going into my mess looking for something. And so when it comes to sunscreen, ain't nobody in the house, but I gotta buy sunscreen but me. And so I had to buy a slew of sunscreen for everybody. And so in doing that, I tried the K-Skin. This is the K-Skin Broad Spectrum sunscreen. Now this does come in an SPF of 50. It is a body mist. Do you see that mist? Body mist that leaves the skin hydrated. So let me try it for you right here. So not only does it protect the skin, but it has hydrating and it has skincare ingredients that also hydrates the skin as well. One of the things that I love most about this is because there are some sunscreens, like when you spray it, like it smells like sunscreen. It even smells like there are still some sunscreens also where like I could tell you trying, but I can still smell you. This doesn't give any of that. I feel like this would layer beautifully with your fragrance if you wear fragrance to the pool or to the beach or whatever, but this smells that good. So that is one of the things that I love about it. It doesn't give like that whole sunscreen feel. And you see like seconds later, I'm still looking like hydrated, and you can feel it as well too. Like skin isn't left dry. So not only it doesn't just sit on the screen and on your skin and makes your skin look greasy or make it appear to be hydrated, but it is truly hydrating your skin because you'd feel it afterward. The next product that I've been loving, that I've been reaching for, is actually one that I've emptied time and time again, child. This is probably like my second or probably third bottle, and that's because I love it that much. This is the Naturium Glow Getter Body Oil. It's a multi-oil for intense nourishment, and child, I just read that like right off of the bottle. But I love this because not only is it an oil that moisturizes, like it properly penetrates the skin, it hydrates, and it heals. I feel like there has been other oils, for example, the Saltaire body oil. While it smells good, it feels good, and it really, really smells good, I feel like it doesn't heal the way this heals. I'm one of them people that's gonna jump in a hot shower. I take hot showers. While I know people frown on hot showers, I'm one of those people. I can't do a lukewarm shower. And I know I'm not by myself. So comment below if you're one of those people. Like if you take a hot shower or a lukewarm shower, like I want to know. I know I'm not by myself. And so I need products that are going to heal, that is going to help me support those quote unquote bad habits. And so this right here, I feel like it heals my back. It heals my skin from them hot showers. I feel like it's okay for you to like take a hot shower as long as you do what's necessary for you to restore moisture back into your skin before you even leave the shower. Before you even leave the shower, it's okay. And so I've used the Saltaire oil. I feel like it doesn't penetrate my skin the way this does. I feel like it doesn't heal those areas in my skin the way this does. And so I have been reaching for this. It is going to be Naturium all day for me. Like I just love all of their products, or most of them. I can't say that I've tried all of them for me to say that I love all of the products, but the ones that I've tried, the body washes, this oil, deodorant. Have I tried their deodorant yet? I'm not sure, but they don't do any wrong to me. Child, look at his skin. Now imagine you being out and you spraying the case skin on top of this. A combo. Beautifully. Plus this oil, I feel like it layers well with other fragrances. The Saltaire body oil, like it has like a specific scent that you can't necessarily like wear with everything. So yeah. Okay, and so the next item that I have been reaching for a whole lot is a fragrance that I reach for a whole lot every summer. Ever since last year, I think officially this year I told myself I'm gonna make sure it is my signature scent for the summer, especially like when I'm running errands, maybe even if I'm at work, but more specifically like if I'm out at a day party, at a pool, the beach or whatever. And that is Miami Nectar by Ellis Brooklyn. This has truly become one of my most complimented fragrances over the summer. I've worn it to the pool recently, and child, even in a pool full of chlorine, the people nearby like smelt it because that wind hit. That's what happened. The wind hit, and they were like, "Oh my God, you smell so good." It was a husband and a wife complimenting me on my fragrance, and this is considered a gourmand, a warm and spicy scent, but I don't necessarily like get that. I do get the warmth. I get a little bit of a spicy, but I still feel like there's somewhat of like a cleanliness to it as well. The main notes in this is pink pineapple, coconut water, and sweet amber. And so maybe it's the coconut that still like tones it down and brings back that coolness for this fragrance right here. And definitely love this so much. Something that I reach for all the time, and I always got to make sure that I keep it on deck. And so in addition to this item is going to be a final item, but I had to pair these together because this is a fragrance as well, and that fragrance is, let me put this down, child, and that is this is the Valentino. Which one is this, child? I can't even see the name for me to tell you because I'm blind. But this is the most recent Valentino Born in Roma. I think this is the extra dose. Born in Roma extra dose. Let me look it up because I should have it. I should have looked it up. Yes, so this is the Valentino Born in Roma Donna extra dose perfume. This is of course in a warm floral family. I love me a floral fragrance, and my husband loves a floral fragrance, and I love that he loves a floral fragrance. But this is one of the this is one of his favorite fragrances to like smell on me. I remember one time he texted me saying, "Oh my God, somebody just walked by me and they smell just like you." Oh my gosh. And I'm pretty sure that this is what they were wearing, because this is what grabs his attention the most. But this right here is a warm floral. It's in the floral family. It has keynotes, Cassis Accord, Rum Accord, and vanilla. A lot of the fragrances that I love are always going to have vanilla, and I think I most recently figured out that I love coconut as a note too. Amber, jasmine, vanilla, coconut. Those are some of like my favorite notes when it comes to fragrances. And so this right here is a fragrance that I'm going to wear just about every day. I feel like it's not too loud. I feel like most people love floral fragrances, or they're tolerable. Even if they don't like it for themselves, like they're tolerable and they're easy to take at work. That is why this is something that I wear like specifically to work. And so when I wear it, I get tons of compliments. And so these two right here, I would say, are probably two of my most complimented fragrances right now this summer. That and I want to do a summer video, but I feel like it's not complete without 1 or 2 fragrances. And I feel like I need these 1 to 2 fragrances for me to do that summer video, and I need to get them ASAP. I will probably get them during the Nordstrom sale, so we'll have to wait and see. But love this fragrance. If you know me, or if you've been around here some time, you already know how I feel about Valentino, the brand, and just its fragrances, especially like just anything Born in Roma, like run it to me. I need to see what that's about. So definitely something I have been reaching for. I haven't really had it that long. I don't know if you can see the bottle, but I need to slow down on this. A good dent on this one. Think you're gonna check out anything that I mentioned in today's video, or if you've seen any of your favorites, child, feel free to go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. It does help for it to become a little bit more discoverable out here in these YouTube streets. And if you've made it this far, child, go ahead and comment reach report. Comment reach report down in the comments below. Also, if we vibe, go ahead and hit that button and subscribe, child. Join the tribe, join the community, and make sure that you never miss a beat. And until the next video, peace.